let's go ahead and switch things over here really quick. All right. There we go. So here is our tier list right here. We have our tiers all lined up, and we have our Nia minifigures. Obviously, she doesn't have that many figures compared to the other ninja. In terms of our tiers, we have at the top perfect, followed by great. Then we have good, average, bad, awful, and the worst being the worst, obviously. The worst is going to be the worst category. Not sure how many will end up in that section. We will just kind of, do this as we go along. Just my opinion here, so keep that in mind. Cannot stress that enough. And once again, we do have the link to this down below in the description. Feel free to do it for yourself. With that being said, let's begin. So first things first, we have ourselves the original Nia. This guy, or this girl rather, can be found in a couple of different sets. I think this one is this one's specifically the one from the spinner set. In terms of the original Nia design, I think it's okay. I do like the sleeveless look for this version of Nia. I like the outfit. I think it's very traditional looking, very clean looking. I like it a lot. I'm going to put it in the good section, actually. The original Samurai X figure right here came out in a couple of different sets as well. The spinner as well as the Samurai Mech set. As original Samurai suits go, or as the original Samurai X suit is, it's okay. I'm struggling to figure out where I wanna put it. Maybe I'll put it in the good section as well, but I'll put it above the original. I like the original Samurai X costume a lot. I like the armor. It's just kendo armor, but it's done up in gunmetal gray. I like the helmet. I like the printing underneath the armor. I kind of wish the armor was a little smaller so we could see more of that printing, but still good nonetheless. I like other Samurai X outfits a little more though. What do we have next? The stone armor Samurai X. The Stone Armor Samurai X is next on the list. I'm going to put this in the great section, I think. I think it's a lot better than this version of Samurai X. I love the ZX armor being used here. It appears that we can see a lot more of the torso print, which is always fun, showcasing that excellent printing once again. I like the helmet being a little bit darker in terms of a color. I also like how fitting it is with the other Stone Armor Ninja, which were out at the time. This is, of course, before Nia was a ninja, but it still kind of fits in with that same style. This version of Samurai X, what do you call this one? Samurai X 3.0? This one is my favorite incarnation of Samurai X. Perfect tier for me. I really like the color combination of the red, the black, the gold, and the green, surprisingly. You wouldn't really expect to see green on this version of Nia, but it works in my opinion. There are a couple of different versions of this figure. Some versions have black armor, some versions have gunmetal gray armor. To me, it doesn't really matter. I think they both look excellent in my opinion. This is easily my favorite version of Samurai X thus far. I'm not sure if we're going to be getting any more following the Legacy variants, but overall, this version of Samurai X appeared in seasons 4 and 5. Perfect tier for me. Alright, what is next on the list? We have this weird Phoenix version of Samurai X, which I think came out in a minifigure pack or something. Not accurate to the show, not canon to the show. However, it does have some pretty nice printing, so I think I'll put it in good, honestly. Probably above the original. I like the printing on this one a lot. I think the gold looks excellent. Kind of retreading some of the printing that we saw in this original figure, but making it more prominent, dare I say. Alright, moving on to the next version. Here we actually get into the Nia, or the Ninja Nia variants, when Nia finally became a ninja. Ninja and Nia. Okay, this version of Nia, Deepstone Nia, I'm going to be honest, I don't like all that much. I'm going to go ahead and put this one in the bad tier, honestly. My big issue with this figure, on its own, I don't think it looks too bad. I like the azure, the red, and the gold color scheme. I think that works out real well together. I think all those colors look awesome. My only issue with this specific figure is that it looks nothing like the other Deepstone Ninja. I know it's supposed to be like a trainee or original version of Nia's suit, but I just don't like how it looks compared to the rest of the Deepstone Ninja. When you compare all of the Season 5 Ninja together, Nia just sticks out like a sore thumb, and it doesn't look good when compared to the others. I hate displaying this figure alongside those other ones because it just looks so weird. On its own, though, yeah, the design is okay. Airjitsu Nia, or Destiny Nia, if you want to call her that. Perfect tier. I think this is a very good figure for Nia. I'm going to put it above this version of Samurai X, if I can do that. There we go. That's how I feel about this version of Nia. I like the dark red. I think dark red, if they stuck with that color, would have been awesome for Nia's water element. I think that looks awesome. I like the combination of the black, the gold, the dark red, and the azure blue coming through on that symbol. I think this suit balances colors really well, and again, the Skybound suits are awesome in terms of designs already. Nia is no exception to that rule. Okay, moving on to, what is this? Honor Nia. Okay, this figure does the red and blue combination a lot better than the original Deepstone Nia. I'm going to put this thing in great. I'm going to put it above Stone Samurai. I think this figure is awesome. Again, the dark red and the azure blue look excellent together alongside the gold and even the brown armor. I think the colors look awesome. The actual torso print itself is very reminiscent of what an original Nia figure might have looked like if she were a ninja from the beginning. I think that's a very excellent design right there. You can tell that they're still kind of debating what color they would like to make Nia, but I still think overall this suit is very solid, very good looking in my opinion. The only issue again is that face print, which has stayed consistent since season 5. I'm glad they finally switched it up with Hands of Time, that's for sure. Alright, let's move on to Urjitsu Nia, or whatever this suit is called. Came out in the Urjitsu Battlegrounds set. I'm going to say average for this one. I do like the dark red and the blue. I like the NRG look that Nia has here. We hadn't really seen that before, and we wouldn't really see it again until maybe this figure, which is kind of dumb, and I can't wait until we get to that one, don't you worry. Big thing about this figure that I like the phoenix shape on the torso. I think that looks awesome. I love her symbol right there as well. I think it's a good looking Nia suit, not gonna lie. I think it's, you know, it's good enough for an NRG version of Nia before we got NRG Nia. What's next? Hands of Time Nia, or Fusion Nia. This suit actually isn't the worst Hands of Time suit out there. Still very much an average suit though. I'm gonna put it above the Urjitsu one though. Again, not bad, but just kind of average. I do like the dark gray being used here for the first time in a Nia ninja suit. That's nice to see, alongside the dark azure. We still have a little bit of red in there too, which is okay, obviously. The black arms don't really bother me too much on Nia because it kind of blends into the gray a little bit. What I really like about this figure is the face print. Out of all of the Nia face prints, aside from maybe this Samurai X one, this one is by far the best one that you can get. Okay, Ninjago Movie Nia. Moving on to the Ninjago Movie designs. Nia's suit for the movie I actually really enjoy. It's simple, but at the same time it's very effective. You know what? I'm going to put it in perfect tier, but I'm going to put it below this version of Samurai X because that figure is just awesome. I like the Ninjago Movie Nia suit a lot. I like the black and the dark gunmetal gray with a little bit of azure and silver. It looks awesome. Again, there's arm printing. There's a skirt piece that looks excellent. I think the Sons of Garmadon Nia suit did the skirt a lot better though, but still Ninjago Movie Nia, not too bad in terms of a design. Moving on to Casual Nia from the Ninjago Movie. This is not Urban Nia, contrary to popular belief. I like this version of Casual Nia a lot though. I'll probably put it in average, but I'll put it here. I'll do that. How about that? Put it above Urjitsu Nia. I really like the black jacket and the shirt underneath. Fits with Nia's personality both in the show and the movie. I think that looks awesome. She also has ripped jeans, which I think is a very cool design for Nia. Let's move on to more of these. I'm so glad we're done with these. These weird white kimonos, I'm going to put it in awful. I'm sick of seeing them. I do like this version of Nia though because it comes with 2 wooden swords. That's kind of cool. I just don't like the Woo Crew white outfits. They look dumb. I'm going to be honest. I'm tired of seeing them. Every ninja has a version like that. It's just repetitive and boring and bland. I don't like them all that much. I'm putting it in awful. I'm sick of seeing these figures, not going to lie. Let's move on because we still have a lot to get through yet. Let's move on to Sons of Garmadon Nia, going back to the TV show. This figure is my favorite Nia outfit, or at least one of my favorites. I love Season 8 Nia so much. The gray, the blue, the black, it looks perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I love Sons of Garmadon Nia so much. The skirt especially is a lot better than the one on the movie. It's longer, it's more flexible, it's easier to pose and display. I think it looks amazing. This is easily one of my favorite Nia figures of all time. Moving on to, what is this? What is this? Spinjitzu Master Nia. Tired of seeing these guys too. I'm just tired of Spinjitzu Masters. I'm putting in the worst, man. I'm so fed up with Spinjitzu Master figures. Admittedly, this figure is not too bad compared to the others. I like the wave on the torso, I guess. It just kind of looks like it was glued on there from like a piece of construction paper or something. So I guess that's that. Kabuki Nia. Okay, now we're talking. Kabuki Nia. Perfect. Excellent figure. I'll leave it where it is. I think that's a good spot for it. Kabuki Nia, what was she in? A Bricktober pack? Pretty good looking figure. Very detailed, very accurate to what we saw during Season 4 during that one scene where she's trying to go undercover. I think that looks awesome as well. Overall, fantastic figure in my opinion. I don't own this one, so I can't really say too much about it, but I do want it. This is one that's definitely on my to-get list. I think it looks awesome, and I would love to add it to my collection one day. Hunted Nia is alright. It's okay. Where should I put Hunted Nia? I'll put her in average, but I'll put her above these two. I'll do that. I don't like Hunted Nia as much as I like some of the other Hunted figures. I just think it looks a little strange. The torso printing looks a little weird. It kind of looks like just a hodgepodge of different things, which I suppose the Hunted Ninja are supposed to be trying to do. I don't know, not my favorite design. It looks fine though. It's just kind of forgettable to me. I don't like it that much. Legacy Nia, let's move on. Again, we have a little bit more to get through yet, and we are kind of running out of time. So Legacy Nia, I think is excellent. I'm going to put it in the great tier. I like this figure a lot. I'll keep it where it is though. Bottom of the great tier for right now. I do like the red and the blue color combination as well as with the gold, man. Does this combination a lot better than this figure, that's for sure. I like Legacy Nia a lot. I think with golden armor, she would look infinitely better, but as a figure, like with this design, just a plain straightforward design, no armor, I think it works out a lot. I like that mask. I like the torso print with the dragon. Looks cool. Can't really say too much else about it. The only thing that's holding it back is that I like other figures more. Otherwise, this figure would be near perfect in my opinion. All right, for the Samurai X versions of Legacy Nia, I think they are very similar except for the shoulder armor. I believe they're the same printing underneath though. Could be wrong, so I kind of separated them as two different figures. The first one with the Kendo armor. The Kendo armor is alright. I wish it was a different color to kind of contrast the I guess the red printing of the torso. I'm going to put that in average. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's bad enough to put in bad. I'd say average, though, for this version of Legacy Samurai X Nia. For this version, I like how you can see the torso printing. I like how the armor leaves a lot more open. Still not great in terms of contrast, but I will put this one in the good section right at the very end. The first has a phoenix, the other has the Samurai X symbol. Is that true? I did not know that. Well, I like this symbol a lot more, so I don't think the placement's going to change very much. Moving on to, what's next? Season 11 Nia. We're just kind of flying through these now. Season 11 Nia, I think is pretty good looking. Actually, I'm going to put this one in the great tier. You know what, actually, I'll put it in perfect. I'll put it right behind Kabuki Nia. I like the dark gray a lot. I like the blue, the azure blue. I like the symbol on the mask. It looks awesome. I like the torso printing. Very simple, very straightforward, but very Nia. I like it a lot. This figure, by far, uses the most amount of gunmetal gray that we've seen so far for Nia, and I think it looks amazing. Easily one of the best Nia suits, in my opinion. What's next? We have this version of Nia, Forbidden Spinjitzu Nia. Not as cool as regular Season 11 Nia. I'll put it in the average section, but I'll put it above, I'll do this. How about that? I think that's a good place for it. I do like the hood. Again, the lack of the armor is kind of upsetting to me, but the hood itself is okay. I think the blue blends in a little too much with the gray, though. It's not as dynamic or as bright as I would have liked it to have been. Let's move on to Digi Nia. Okay, Digi Nia, I like a lot. I think Digi Nia works a lot better than some of the other Digi Ninja. I'm going to put it in great. Honestly, I'm going to put it at the very top of great. I like Digi Nia a lot. The gray, the white, the blue looks fantastic. Again, with blue being a sort of secondary color to all of the Digi Ninja, I think on Nia it works as well. It works really well on Nia. I also like the white as well. For some reason, white, blue, and gray just kind of give off a water vibe to me. This suit looks more water-based than several other suits for Nia. I think it looks awesome. I love Digi Nia a lot, actually. The torso could be a little less blue in my opinion, but I think it works, honestly. All right, here we have Avatar Nia. I'm going to put this one in the worst too, but I'll put it, you know what? No, I'll put it below. I'll put it below Spinjitzu Masters. Here's my issue with Avatar Nia. First of all, not show accurate in the slightest. Never see this in the show. Second, lazy. Just reusing pieces from Lego City. Hardly putting any effort into this figure at all. I think it looks really bad, in my opinion. Out of the context of an Avatar Ninja, I don't think it would be that bad, but because this is supposed to be Avatar Nia, I can't help but put it in the worst section. I think that's my least favorite Nia figure. All right, let's move on to Hero Nia. Hero Nia, I think is okay. A lot of silver, a lot of gray. Not a whole lot of blue, though, but I think the figure overall is okay. Where should I put it, though? Maybe I'll put it at the... I'll put it right there. How about that? I like the silver, as I said earlier. I think the brown also works. Kind of fits with that dungeon theme. I think it works for this version of Nia, especially with the overwhelming amounts of gray. The only thing that I could say or complain about is that maybe they should have added more blue. Not too much blue on this figure. A little bit too little blue in my opinion, but still a pretty solid figure, all things considered. I still like the design, though, overall. Not a bad design. Could be better, could be worse. Speaking of things that could be better, Future Nia, oh my god. Future Nia, why are you the way that you are, man? This figure had so much potential. I'm going to put it in the bad tier. I'm going to place it right there. First things first, this is supposed to be based off of Nia's appearance in the caves of the first Spinjitzu master or whatever, the ice reflection wall thing, but this looks nothing like what we saw in the show. The hair is all wrong. The face is wrong. I don't like this. I don't like this figure. It could have been so much more. When I heard we were going to get a future version of Nia, I was like, oh, thank God. We need the other future ninja so badly because Jay's is just gorgeous. One of my favorite Ninjago figures of all time, and then Nia's came out and was just super underwhelming. They should have given it longer hair like she had in the show, the different face, make it more like the season 1 through whatever face, but, you know, make it a little more old or combine the designs like they did for Jay. I don't know. There's so much that this figure does wrong. Why does it have this shoulder armor? So much that this figure could have done differently. It's just kind of a disappointment. Urban Nia is the exact same as Casual Nia, except with less interesting legs. So, average, but below this version. I like this figure's legs a lot more with the ripped up jeans. This figure just wears regular blue pants, and it doesn't look all that great to me. Island Nia is really cool. I like Island Nia a lot. I'm probably going to put her in great tier, but I'll put her ahead of Digi Nia. The only reason why I don't think Island Nia deserves a perfect tier section is because of the hairpiece. Why did they not use this hairpiece? It only got released like 6 months after. This was literally in the next wave. Why did they not use this hairpiece? It's so weird. I mean, this hairpiece looks fine. I think it works for the concept of the island. But have you guys ever tried putting this hairpiece on this figure? It looks infinitely cooler. I don't know why they didn't do that. Otherwise, this island suit is very great nonetheless. Love the combination of the blue, the gunmetal gray. As always, looks great for Nia. I might have preferred if the mask was gray instead of blue, but I still think the blue looks fine. Let's move on, though, to Golden Nia. I like this version of Nia a lot. I'm going to put this one in perfect tier. I'll put her above even Movie Nia. Yeah, that's a good spot for her, I think. Love that hairpiece, love that mask, love the gold and the azure blue. Looks awesome together, not gonna lie, that color combination is beautiful. I think this version of Nia is pretty good. Not sure what it's supposed to be representing though, but it still looks good nonetheless. I think it's an awesome Nia figure. Perfect tier for me. One of my favorites of the golden 10th anniversary ninja. Scuba Nia, the yellow, the gray, the blue. It's alright. I'm going to put it in good. How about that? I'll put it right at the very bottom of good. I think there's way too much blue on this figure. I don't know why, but the blue really stands out to me. If the mask was gunmetal gray, I think that would have made this figure a lot more appealing to me personally. I like the blue goggles, though. I just wish it had something to be contrasted against, I guess. Again, making that headpiece dark gray, like the arms, would have made this figure a lot more appealing in my opinion. I do like the yellow though. The yellow, the blue, and the gray look awesome. Definitely gives me that underwater feel. And then lastly, we have NRG Nia, which is one of the best Nia figures ever made. I'll put it above Golden Nia, but I think I like these ones a little more, especially yeah, I'm happy with where I put this. NRG Nia is a drop-dead gorgeous figure. Looks awesome. I love the different shades of blue. The hairpiece is awesome. I love when you get this figure in person, man. The hairpiece looks amazing. Excellent, excellent colors overall. The printing is a little too simplistic for my taste, but once you actually get the figure in person and see how reflective this figure is, I think it more than makes up for the simplistic design. I display my version of NRG Nia without the mask, though. I think the face is excellent without the mask. I don't think the mask is necessary, but still fantastic figure. And with that being said, guys, I think that'll pretty much do it for my tier list right here. Yeah, we went through all the Nia figures, so let's go ahead and recap really quick. Perfect tier. Yeah, I like these figures a lot. Great tier, you know, good but not perfect. Good tier, could be better, but also not average, which the average tier is very much middle class. I agree with my choices here. I would not change anything in the middle section right here. Bad, oh yeah, big disappointment, especially for future Nia. Awful, yep, just boring and bland. And the worst, oh yeah, very much the worst. With that being said, though, guys, feel free to check out this tier list using the description down below. Feel free to rank these for yourselves using that same template, and hopefully you enjoyed this video if you're watching it in video form. If you're watching it in stream form, let's wrap things up because we are almost out of time.